Inspiration is everywhere. It's in the air you breathe, the streets you walk, and the little moments you often overlook. It's in the smell of fresh flowers, the rhythm of city traffic, the first sip of your favourite drink, or the warmth of a steamy shower. It's the people you meet, whether it's strangers' fleeting glance or the laughter of someone you love. Nature, cities, seasons, emotions, everywhere you look, there's something waiting to inspire you. And then there's you, your hobbies, your passions, the things that make your world light up. From the thrill of a sci-fi movie to the comfort of your favourite song. Pop, hip-hop, R&B, country, EDM. It doesn't matter what you vibe to. Whether you're lost in a book, gaming till sunrise, or painting your imagination onto a canvas, these are the pieces of your story. But here's the twist. What if you could take all of that, your favourite movies, your music, your interest, and fuse them with your dance choreography? What if your routines didn't just move your body, but told your story? What if they were as unique as you are? This isn't just about steps or counts. It's about creating something bold, personal, and unforgettable. Let's take the things you love most and turn them into movement. Welcome to my channel. My name's Caitlin and this is my very first YouTube video. If you're here, chances are you've hit the dreaded wall, creative block. Maybe your choreography feels stuck, uninspired, or, just ugh. Sounds familiar? Don't worry, you're in the right place. Here's the thing. Creating a masterpiece doesn't have to feel like pulling teeth. What if you could unlock your creativity in a way that feels natural, authentic, and full of emotion? Well, I've got you covered. Today I'm sharing my top 4 tips to help you find inspiration and break through those mental blocks without forcing anything. Here's the twist. It's all about fusing your daily interest with your dance choreography. Your passions, hobbies, quirks, yes, those things you love outside of the studio can become the spark that sets your movement on fire. How, you ask? We're taking it one step at a time. Or as I like to say, let's start with the baby steps. You ready? Let's dive in. Movies, your secret choreography superpower. Movies are a goldmine for dance inspiration. Why? Because they're packed with drama, emotions, visions, and even choreography you can steal ideas from. Like, hello, fight scenes and dance-offs. Let's break it down. So use genre as your theme. The genre of a movie is your foundation. It sets the tone. Want something emotional and raw? Romantic comedies are your BFF. They're a roller coaster of feelings, love, heartbreak, joy, sadness. Perfect for blending slow and graceful movements with sudden sharp dynamics. Want to go dark and intense? Horror has you covered with its eerie tension and jump scare energy. Action-packed vibe? Action movies are a jackpot with fight scenes and stunts that scream power and precision. Ask yourself, how do I feel when watching this genre? Can I embody that feeling through movement? Storyline as a narrative. Every movie has a story, and every dance tells one too. Use the plot as your blueprint. For example, a breakup scene is a rom-com. Could inspire grounded, sharp, and emotional choreography. A climatic battle in an action film could spark strong and aggressive, expansive movements. Again, ask yourself, can I turn this story into a dance piece? What emotions or moments in the movie resonate with me? Next one, locations that speak. Where's the story happening? A romantic stroll through Paris, a creepy abandoned house, a high energy fight in a gritty cityscape. These settings can shape your choreography. Use locations to set the vibe. If you're feeling fancy, think about recreating that atmosphere for your performance. And again, ask yourself, does this location match my vision? Can I find or imagine a similar setting? And that goes with lighting and visuals. Movies are masters of mood, and lighting is their secret weapon. Dark, moody shadows, bright golden hour glows, neon lit action sequences. Steal their tricks, use their ideas for your performance, setting or even in the way you move. Ask yourself, what colours dominate this movie? How does the lighting reflect the mood or emotion? Now, wardrobe magic. Look at the costumes. How characters dress can help you create an authentic vibe. A flowy gown for a love scene, rugged gear for action, or creepy doll costumes for horror. Ask yourself, how can I channel this wardrobe into my piece? Action movies, let's go. Love action flicks, take a flight scene, mix in tricks, and you've got a high energy jaw-dropping routine. Think about the sharp angles, explosive energy, and stunts you can mimic. Again, ask yourself, can I choreograph this fight scene as a dance? How does the location, whether it's a rooftop or a smoky alley, add to the vibe? For example, I'm a horror movie junkie, and my favourite horror movie is Chucky. What could this inspire? Well, character-wise, I could say a possessed doll, creepy and lifelike, controlled by its owner like a puppet. Movements could start slow and fluid, like the doll being brought to life. Then freeze for suspense, like the puppet's waiting for its next command, before exploding into a quick, sharp, chaotic moves, just like a jump scare. You can even incorporate puppy-like jerky movements to mimic being manipulated by strings or an unseen force. The location? Well, could be abandoned buildings, dark alleys, basements. These spaces add that eerie, haunting tone. Lighting can be red and black. Creepy tents, perfect for horror vibes. Wardrobe can be ragged doll-like costumes or vintage outfits that scream unsettling but not cute. Add puppet-like detail perhaps, ropes, strings or wooden patterns painted onto the costume to drive the theme home. You can see how horror gives a distinctive vibe to work with, a creepy, unsettling dance that tells a story of fear, control and suspense. Imagine the audience holding their breath as the doll seems lifeless, only to come alive in an explosion of movement, perfectly timed with eerie music or sound effects. That's the power of using a movie like Chucky for dance inspiration. Movies aren't just for popcorn nights, they're choreography gold. They're already done the hard work of creating an emotion, stories and aesthetics. All you have to do is dive in and turn it into a performance. Now, next topic, music. Your secret weapon for choreography, inspiration. Music isn't just background noise. It's the heartbeat of your choreography. Think of it as your creative co-pilot. Start by asking yourself the same questions you did before, but this time with music in mind. What's your favourite genre? Does it match the vibe of your storyline? If you already have one, what's a song you can't stop listening to, or one that resonates with you on a deeper level? Why do you love it? How does it make you feel? Here's the kicker. Can you imagine a story being told through a song? Through this song, sorry. If you were writing a scene for a movie and needed the perfect soundtrack, which track would bring it all to life? Music is packed with emotions, joy, heartbreak, tension, hope, and it's practically begging you to turn those emotions into movement. Find the connection, feel the flow. When you truly connect with a song, magic happens. Your ideas will flow naturally, and every move will feel authentic. It's so much easier and much more fun, may I add, to create when your choreography stems from a genuine emotional connection. No forcing it. Forced creativity is a fast track to hitting a wall, and nobody likes a choreography block. It is the worst feeling ever. Instead, lean into the moment. Let yourself be vulnerable. Let the emotions pour out. And you'll create something raw, real, and unforgettable. Set the stage with sound. Music is more than just a vibe. It's a world builder. Choose a song that captures the essence of your story and watch the rest fall into place. Movement, mood, even location. Yes, the where matters too. Ask yourself, where would this story come to life best? For me, my love of horror, as I mentioned before, always creeps into my musical choices too. I'm drawn to eerie remixes packed with chilling sound effects. Think the haunted theme from American Horror Story. Or I'll vibe with artists who bring that dark, moody essence, like Billie Eilish's song Bury a Friend or You Should See Me in the Crown. These tracks instantly set a spooky tone that feeds my creativity. The beauty of music, its power to transform something simple into a masterpiece. It's a tool that gives you endless possibilities, from the smallest gesture to the biggest leap. Music doesn't just set the tone, it's the spark that ignites your story and fuels your creativity. So crank up the volume, feel every beat, and let your choreography speak for itself. My third tip is video games. Let video games and board games inspire your dance moves. Yep, video games and board games aren't just for chilling out. They're a goldmine of creative fuel for dance choreography. Ask yourself, what's your favourite type of game? Is it fast-paced action, a spellbinding fantasy, a spine-tingling horror game, or maybe you thrive on strategy, open-world exploration, or gripping storylines? What pulls you into that game? Is it the challenge, the thrill of leveling up, the characters, or the immersive settings? Dive deeper. Think about how these elements can translate into movement. Action games. Picture yourself as a hero in Call of Duty. Dodging, rolling, aiming, shooting. Your dance can mimic the intensity of battle, complete with the sharp movements to represent shootings or bursts of energy to simulate explosions. Add levels to your choreography. Low ground crawls, mid-level fighting stances, high leaps for victory. With fantasy games, do you love like Harry Potter or other magical worlds. Channel a wizard casting spells. Let your dance bring the fantasy to life with smooth, flowing arm movements to mimic spell casting, paired with dramatic pauses for impact. Think about adding special effects, glowing lights, smoke, or projections of magical symbols to enhance the illusion. What about horror games inspired by Resident Evil or Silent Hill? Create a tense, suspense filled dance piece with jerky, sudden movements and haunting music to set the tone. Imagine the floor is dangerous, every step is carefully calculated to avoid a trap or a monster. This creates an eerie, unpredictable vibe that captivates your audience. What about board games? Board games are just as rich with inspiration, like Snakes and Ladders. Imagine your choreography takes place inside the board game. Each hopscotch move represents a dice roll up the ladder with a victorious leap, down the snake with a dramatic slide. Use your imagination, but also use dynamic camera angles to make it feel like the audience is right in the game with you. Or maybe you're like Cluedo. Step into a role of a detective solving a murder mystery. Each move tells a piece of story. Maybe you start with sneaky tiptoes, steps around the mansion, or transitioning into bold gestures as you solve the crime. Use props or setting candlesticks, secret passageways, or even your living room can do the job right to make it authentic and fun. Or maybe you like the old classic Monopoly. Imagine building an empire. Use your dance to portray the highs of success and the lows of going bankrupt. Incorporate sharp, business-like movements for collecting money and exaggerated frustration for losing it all. Even the roll of the dice can be mimicked with fluid spinning or rolling movements. Or maybe just roll a dice, I don't know. Want more examples? Let's get even more creative. What about an open world game? Games like Minecraft or Zelda breathe of the wild, perfect for sprawling exploratory choreography. Imagine you're walking through forests and climbing mountains or crafting tools. The music can evolve as the terrain changes. Soft and mysterious for caves, upbeat for sunny fields. And what about puzzle games? Maybe you like escape rooms. You can build choreography that's about piecing things together. Imagine moving like a puzzle piece, twisting, locking into place, or breaking apart in frustration when something doesn't fit. Think about creating intricate dramatic formations with a group of dancers. Maybe you like racing games, like Feel the Speed. Dance like you're on a racetrack, leaning into sharp turns, speeding or braking dramatically. Use costumes or effects to simulate the motion. Think wind blowing through your hair or light streaking past you. No matter the game, there's something there for your choreographer. Pull from the settings, the characters, the levels, or even the tension of a boss fight. Like, bam, bam. Ask yourself, what emotions does this game spark in me? How can I make my audience feel that same thrill, joy, or suspense through movement? Remember, this is your chance to fuse your passion for gaming with your love for dance. The possibilities are endless. You just gotta use your imagination. On to my fourth tip, books and reading. Step into the world of imagination. Books are treasure chests of inspiration. Whether you're into gripping crime thrillers, weeping romances, mind-bending sci-fi, or epic fantasy adventures. They're packed with emotions, characters, and worldwide waiting to be explored through movement. Let's turn these pages into dance. Ask yourself, what's your favourite genre? It's always the most basic question. Is it romance, fantasy, sci-fi, crime, drama, or something else entirely? How does reading that genre make you feel? Nostalgic? Excited? Adventurous? What attracts you to this book or genre? Is it the characters, the setting, the plot, the twists, or the emotional depth? What's your all-time favourite book? Picture it vividly in your mind. Do you imagine yourself in the story? What role would you play? Would you would you? What would it feel like to step into that world? Getting very tongue-tied today. Ignore me. Now, use these reflections to create your choreography. Imagine a dance piece starting with you in a cozy library, flipping through the pages of your favourite book, and then you fall asleep. And in your dream, you're transported into the story itself. Because I know a lot of you readers out there think about that. Let's get specific. Visualize the scene. You're sitting under a soft lamp surrounded by towering bookshelves in a library. As you read, the lights dim and you're swept into the book's world. Fantasy world, maybe? You're now a fierce Nile princess, or on an ethereal elf battling dragons, or gliding through an enchanted forest. Move like the wind rustling through the trees, or the sharp clash of a sword. Use leaps and turns to capture the wonder and danger of this world. Maybe it's a romance and you picture yourself in that romance book, lost in a waltz in a grand ballroom. Your movements are soft, sweeping, and filled with longing. The music swells with every twirl, matching the rhythm of a heart falling in love. Or maybe you love sci-fi. Transport yourself into a space of the future. Use sharp, robotic movements or slow gravity-defying flowing to mimic zero-gravity environments, or the sleek, futuristic vibes of this genre. Think neon lights and glitchy soundtracks. Maybe you're into crime and thriller. You're a detective unraveling a mystery. Incorporate suspense into your choreography with jerky, unpredictable movements that mirror the twists and turns of the plot. Maybe there's a dramatic chase or a shadowy confrontation, and then you're acting through that with dance. Become your favourite character. How do they move? Are they confident, timid, powerful, or graceful? Let their personality guide your gestures. Show emotions like them. If they're fearless, move with bold, dramatic strokes. If they're shy, use small, alternative movements. Dress the part. Costumes can transform your whole performance and make your choreography more immersive. Film in a location that resembles the setting of your book. A misty forest for fantasy, a sleek metallic space station for sci-fi, or an intimate cafe for a romance novel. Additional ideas to this, you can say, well, let's dive in even deeper into using book as the inspiration. Imagine a mystery novel where every move represents a clue before being uncovered. Use your choreography to tell the story of solving the case. For a children's book, channel the energy of the characters. Use exaggerated, playful movements to bring them to life. Think of a Peter Pan's flying or Alice tumbling down the rabbit hole. A self-help book could inspire a piece about personal growth. Start with the tight, restrained movements that gradually open into expansive, freeing choreography. Books aren't just words on a page. They're gateways to emotions, stories, and vivid imagery. By fusing your love of reading with dance, you're not only creating a unique choreography, but also sharing a part of yourself and your imagination with your audience. A bonus tip, you could be layering your interest for unstoppable creativity. Why settle for one interest when you can fuse multiple passions to create a dance routine that's mind-blowing, unforgettable, and totally you? Let's break it down with an example. So I'll use my example again. So imagine a creepy doll controlled like a puppet by its sinister owner. Now take it up a notch and set in the eerie world of a horror video game. Picture this. The choreography embodies the haunting, jerky movements of the doll, while the atmosphere screams game level, with dramatic lighting, subtitles flashing on screen, and even narrations in my voice. The soundtrack, I can put that in the soundtrack. A blend of eerie music and a game sound effects, making it feel like the audience is playing along. See how it all comes together? Like, this isn't just a dance routine, it's a full-blown experience. The layers, your movements, the narrative, the visuals, the sound design align to tell a story that's as captivating as it is unique. Here's why this works. Storytelling. Everyone loves a good story. When you layer elements like voiceovers and subtitles, you're not just dancing, you're creating a cinematic journey. Uniqueness. By combining multiple interests like dance, horror, and gaming, you're carving out a niche only you can fill. Who else is doing this? Not many people. Authenticity. These layers come from your passions, so the routine feels genuine and it connected to who you are. And yes, it sounds like a lot, like I've said a lot in this video, but that's the point. The complicity, what makes it memorable. It stands out. It's not just a performance, it's art. So what could you combine? Ask yourself, what genres, themes, or interests excite you? What connects you with this? How can you translate those into movement, visuals, or sound? Can you weave a story or a setting into your choreography? For example, are you a fan of fantasy books? Blend that with your love of dance. Become a warrior conjuring spells with your movements. Love sci-fi? Build a futuristic robot. Dance piece with LED lights and glitchy sound effects. Your interests are a goldmine of inspiration. So don't hold back. Dive deep, fuse them together, and watch as your routine transforms into something undeniably bold, fresh, and you. Just be brave to do so. Well, thanks for watching, and I hope my tips spark some fresh ideas for your choreography. Remember, creativity is all about letting it flow naturally. No forcing it, just letting your interest and passions take the lead. Keep experimenting, stay true to your vibe, and who knows, you might just create something totally unique and authentic. Remember, dance is to express, not impress. Until next time, keep dancing, keep creating, and most importantly, have fun with it. Catch you later.